Jack, wanting to give his doll a home, placed it inside a cabinet with care, but when he opened the door again, he found a tiny man standing there. Curious, Jack reached out his hand, only to be stabbed by the small man's knife. After some communication, the man understood that Jack was friendly and meant no strife. To give the tiny man a room of his own, Jack found a toy tent that seemed just right, but the little man didn't seem too thrilled, so Jack put the tent in the cabinet overnight. When he opened the door the next day, the plastic tent had turned to genuine leather. The tiny man thanked Jack profusely for providing such a high-end shelter. That night, while the small man slept, Jack placed his treasured models inside, but when he opened the cabinet again, a horrifying scene he couldn't hide. The models had come to life and started to fight. The next day, the tiny man came to Jack, wanting to build his own villa if he might. To grant his wish, Jack took him outside, where everything seemed gigantic in size. In the moment, Jack went to get some tools. A small bird nearly snatched the man as its prize. Jack quickly brought him back to the room, but alas, the bird had injured the man's thigh. Jack, feeling heartbroken for his friend, remembered the medic in his toy box nearby. Placing the medic in the cabinet and opening again, he came to life ready to mend. Jack placed him next to his injured friend, and soon the tiny man was on the mend. To keep him safe from the outside world, Jack decided to build a house in a pot. He even made an elevator for his friend to help with the construction on the spot. The tiny man needed tools to chop, so Jack put his armored warrior in the cabinet. Taking the axe from the warrior's hand, the tiny man built the house's framework bit by bit. When Jack came home from school that day, he felt something was missing from the abode, so he placed an elderly Native American inside. But the shock of seeing Jack was too much a load. The old man suffered a heart attack and died, leaving Jack filled with remorse and regret. He buried him in the garden with a heavy heart. Realizing the magic cabinet was a double-edged threat, Jack decided to stop using the cabinet. But when his friend came over to play, he discovered the tiny man named Teddy, and Jack shared the story of the magical way. While Jack was in the bathroom, his friend put a cowboy model in the cabinet for fun. When he opened the door, the cowboy rode out, narrowly saved by Jack's hand on the run. They placed the cowboy on the bed to rest, but startled, he shot at the giants in fear. Jack searched and found the bullet in his friend's face. Thankfully, the minigun caused no severe tear. The cowboy, full of rage and hostility, aimed his gun at Teddy, ready to kill, but Jack quickly grabbed him and threw him in a drawer, hoping that would be the end of this thrill. The next day, the drawer opened on its own, and the cowboy escaped climbing down a shoelace. Jack realized the magic cabinet brought surprises, but also consequences he couldn't erase.